What do Jesus and Donald Trump have in common? At first glance, they seem worlds apart, yet they share a striking similarity. Both are undeniably controversial figures. Whether you love them, hate them, or find yourself hesitating, there's no denying the impact they've had. Controversy is a powerful force. It divides opinions, stirs emotions, and challenges the status quo. Both Jesus and Donald Trump have been at the center of such storms. But why? For Trump, it's often his words and actions that spark debate. His bold statements and unconventional approach to politics have made him a polarizing figure. On the other hand, Jesus, who preached love, forgiveness, and hope, seems an unlikely candidate for controversy. Yet, from the moment of his birth, Jesus was a figure that divided people. Yes, Jesus is still arguably the most influential figure ever in human history. And even today, Jesus continues to impact all of society, create change, and impact lives. Both Jesus and Donald Trump are disruptors in their own right. Trump, with his unorthodox political style, challenged the norms of American politics. He disrupted the traditional political landscape, appealing to those who felt unheard and challenging those in power. Jesus, too, was a disruptor, but in a different realm. He challenged the religious authorities of his time, offering a new way of understanding God and spirituality. His teachings turned societal norms on their head, advocating for the marginalized and calling for a radical love that transcended the law. In their own ways, both figures shook the foundations of their respective worlds. Donald Trump's words and actions are often at the heart of his controversy. His speeches, tweets, and policies have sparked intense debates and divided opinions. Whether it's his stance on immigration, his approach to foreign policy, or his views on social issues, Trump has a knack for stirring the pot. Jesus, conversely, used words and actions that were revolutionary for his time. He spoke of loving one's enemies, turning the other cheek, and forgiving endlessly. These teachings were radical and challenged the established order. Yet it was not just his words but his actions, healing the sick, dining with sinners, that made him a target for controversy. Before Jesus could even speak, he was a figure of division. The wise men traveled great distances to worship the infant Jesus. Meanwhile, King Herod went to extreme lengths to murder the baby Jesus. This division continued throughout Jesus' life. Some saw him as the Messiah, while others viewed him as a threat to their power and traditions. Jesus' message of love and hope was intertwined with a call for change that not everyone was ready to embrace. His very existence challenged the status quo, making him a figure of both reverence and controversy. What truly sets Jesus apart in this comparison is the demand for lordship. Unlike Trump, whose influence is temporal and political, Jesus' message carries eternal implications. He calls for a personal commitment that goes beyond mere admiration or opposition. Jesus demands a decision about one's eternal destiny. This demand for lordship is what makes him a uniquely controversial figure. It's not just about his teachings or actions, but the claim he makes on the lives of those who encounter him. In this way, Jesus' controversy is not just about societal disruption, but about the ultimate question of faith and allegiance.